What's up, Sophie? You know who it is. It's your girl, Side. Side here, um, tapping in. I know that it's been long awaited and probably everybody has been wondering what the hell is up with Sugar. Um, well, as we all know, it's no secret. I've been under quite a bit of spiritual warfare. And it caused me to have to separate myself and so that I can go within and be able to properly uh, sustain myself while I'm going through this part of my journey. And spiritual confirmation. And I'm not gonna lie, it it's it's the ugliest, most beautiful, euphoric, uh, um, amazing journey that you don't want to take, but need to take is a necessity. Um, it adds in so many levels, mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally, to the quality of your current existence. Period. And it's something that I take quite seriously because I am humbled and I am amazed that there's so many people that identify with me and identify with my struggles and identify with my journey and how it goes from, surviving the systematic, abuse and the many attempts on my life, the things that I've survived, I mean, just period, the things that I've learned, that, the growth, the spiritual growth, that just being the unorthodox individual that is just, I'm like, just doing this journey and finding, that journey within and finding myself and getting closer to the Most High. I'm like, um, if y'all don't know, I call God my big homie. So when I say that, I'm talking about the Most High. And so just to remind you, and because God is my best friend. So um, I fall flat on my face 10,000 times a day, and 10,001, He's always there. Um, to pick me up and help steward me in the get up day. And He motivates me and strengthens me in so many different ways. He helps me to see myself in so many different ways. It's truly amazing. I mean, y'all know me. I mean, I'm unapologetically, authentically myself, just the way that He made me, just the reflection of His perfection, just how He made me. Just, I'm like, the only difference is, I'm like, I know what He made me. I know who He made me, and I've taken my power back. I know where I stand. I know myself in so many different ways. It's crazy. Now, what has I took a defiant stance to is it's hard enough going on this journey, and it's hard enough, being yourself in a world where everybody else around you is a carbon copy of a bunch of obliterated nothings. I'm like, and standing on that as though it was the business and they the everything. And I'm like spiritually, I'm like I'm like they're bankrupt mentally and spiritually. I'm just empty vessels. I'm like faking it till they make it. Now what they do is they sit back and they gatekeep. It, those of us who are genuine, those of us who are real, and they sit back and they study us to break down the part of us that they can never be, so they can mimic it, and they'll gatekeep so that they can pop out. Boom. I'm like, as though, I'm like, what they call it, a destiny swap, as though your story or your journey is theirs. they'll use your lingo. I'm like things are um that are like that allow you to connect with your audience, or that makes you the part that people are gravitate to, that people love, know, and accept about you, and um and they'll study those things and mimic those things and take I'm like your intellectual property, your spiritual property, your mental property, and they'll try to claim it as their own. And some of them even bold enough uh, um, to profit off of it. And I'm like, don't nobody fucking deserve that, my nigga. I'm like, everybody out here is a content creator, and especially those of us that everything that I do, I'm like, I am the mold, my nigga, and I broke myself to give you these parts of me. Ain't nothing, my nigga, came from nobody else. I take my pieces from my life and God. So I got a problem with people want to sit up there and act like they too high to flight, my nigga. Everything the fuck, my nigga, that you basing and your message or your content on is what the fuck you get from me. But you don't want to support me. You don't want to support my journey. You don't. I'm like, you don't want to come into the fold and acknowledge the real one. I'm like, you want to sit up there and basically you want to sit on. I'm like, you want to sit on the nigga while you absorb everything the fuck, my nigga, so that you can blast yourself, so you can have that. I'm like, that elevation off my ascension and my hard work. I'm like, every last one of y'all motherfucking swagger jagging copy, motherfucking fucking carbon copy ass, motherfucking no nothing ass, my nigga. It's one thing, I'm like, for you to emulate somebody and use them as a point of reference, and everything else you do authentically yourself. You just use them as a point of navigation. It's a total other thing for you to sit there and you watch somebody's journey. I'm like, and we ain't even getting to the haters, my nigga, that really, really sit up there in the shadows and really make things hard. That's a whole nother video. But I'm like, everybody that sits up there and they take their God given talent, whatever that is, and they pour it into something, they deserve their fucking credit, their recognition. They deserve, I'm like, they deserve their compensation. They deserve their prayers, bro. I'm like, if you gonna take it that far where you want to adopt, I'm like, if you want to adopt an doctrine from somebody, my nigga, be man or woman enough, my nigga, to approach that individual and get their permission and their blessing. Then you sit up there, I'm like, and make them be known. Give them their cred. Don't sit up there and want to sit up there and use them as your secrets. I'm like, my nigga, all y'all motherfuckers is foul for that. I'm like, and it's not just happening to me. I'm like, motherfuckers need to really, really seriously. If you the type of month that I'm like, you've been doing this shit so long that I'm like, it's hard for you to come up with new content. My nigga, then fucking own that. It's called brainstorming. My nigga, you can come together like butt cheeks, my nigga, and y'all can. I'm like, I'm always open to that. I'm very, very approachable. I'm like, you ain't gotta love me or hate me in the shadow. Approach me. Anything you want to know, don't ask the streets, don't ask my neighbor. Come to me, baby. Just like the most high, my nigga, come as you are, my nigga. I'm not here to judge. Bless you, educate you. I'm like, come together, my nigga, so we can get paid, my nigga. I'm more on that tip. But I ain't never no hater, my nigga. I'm like, not even to those that are evil and demonic. What I'm here is, my nigga, to set the record straight. Period. I'm here because I know that there's a lot of people that God opened my eyes to that I didn't know that look up to me. Like, I mean, with everything the hell that I've been through, I never thought of me as a person that people, would look would look at as an an honorable struggle. But I guess because of who I am and what I am, and not what the haters say I am. It's what I say I am and what God say I am. That's the only thing that matters. So let the haters talk. They can say whatever. They can lie all they want to, baby. It takes you 1 minute in my fucking presence, my nigga. 1 minute, my nigga, to get to know me, period. You gonna know that I'm nothing of the sort. So my truth is what I live. And it's gonna tell you the difference between everything else the fuck, my nigga, that's being said in the background, bro. I'm like, I'm not what they said they am, and I'm 3 times what they thought I was. But I'm not here to knock nobody. I'm like, there's too many people that's in the struggle that this is their life's work that is being siphoned from right up under, and there's too many motherfuckers, my nigga, that's monetizing off of somebody else's authentic, unapologetic, original content. And I'm like, motherfuckers need to start speaking up about that shit, my nigga. Niggas need to quit that shit. Learn how to be yourself. Baby, I'm like, if you have a problem accepting yourself, and I'm like, and you've been at this loss so long, that's what I have courses for. That's what Sophomore University is for. I'm like, I'm like, I'm not sitting up here trying to act like I'm no guru. No, this is my real life experiences. I'm like, as I'm experiencing them, I'm like being gifted to my peers so that they don't have to go through the shit that I had to go through to get it. Period. And my nigga, my life, my nigga, and what I've survived is priceless. So I damn show, my nigga, 3 times for certain, my nigga, deserve my nigga, what God gave me. Just like he blessed me, that's why he made me. Like I'm like, and force 11:11 on the clock as I say this, and force these things in my akashic that I had to survive as my test while I'm in Earth School, baby. I don't have a problem being. I'm not being a student, being a student tutor. I'm like, I'm not above nobody, but it's a gang of shit beneath because I work hard for it to be. I'm like, I'm a child divine just like everybody else. And I'm like, I've humbled myself and surrendered myself to my calling. And I damn sure have a damn problem with motherfuckers want to sit back and make it hard for me, want to hate on me just because my light irritates your demons and want to go through great egregious ass shit. I'm like, that's exposing my nigga, the entities, attachments that's within you. Instead of you embracing the change, embracing the new energy, embracing somebody that has, I'm like, that has it right and going in the right direction and it's working. Instead of us coming together and uplifting each other, y'all been dividing and conquering each other for so long that you don't even know what the heck it really feels like to genuinely be happy within yourself, but let alone be happy for somebody else. I'm like, all of this undermining, all of this low vibrational scheming and backstabbing and backbiting and blackmail and I'm like, hey, I gotta get you in the Mickey's business so I give you some leverage. So, I can get my upper man baby trapping and all of this old weird shit. This my nigga flat backing, my nigga and macking, all that shit, my nigga is for the fucking birds. There's no such thing as a free lunch. I'm like, my nigga, the killing, the steaming, the low vibrational. I'm like non-conscious. I'm like, Draconia, that motherfucking extra, that low vibrational extraterrestrial ass non-human agenda shit. Don't even realize that you are synthesizing to your own genocide, my nigga, and then you want to sit aside and act like the fuck, my nigga, you the older everything. And part of the biggest problem. The biggest problem is facing ourselves, honey. That's why I'm like, I can, I'm like, it doesn't matter. There's nothing in my life that you can use against me. I'm like, because I've already, my nigga, accepted the best and the worst of me for who and what I am, as I am. Why? Because if God said, come as you are, and he accepted me, because I'm a child of the I am. So guess what? I am whatever God said I am. And I'm blessed because I live. I'm blessed because I'm like, I didn't allow the test that we go through in Earth School to formulate who I am as a woman. That I do. Thank God that I have ministers for grandparents. And for what it's worth, my nigga, I'm a sinner every fucking day, my nigga. We fall down, but we get the fuck up, and I practice the art to get up there. I'm like, I'm not gonna apologize for being me. I'm like, I shouldn't have to. Everybody got a personality. Find your voice. It's okay. I'm like, it's okay to want to emulate somebody or let somebody inspire you, but find your own voice. And you won't find that, my nigga, until you tame them demons, my nigga, that's looking back at you when you look in the mirror. You gotta own, my nigga. You got to take ownership and responsibility for yourself, good, bad, and ugly. And you got to ride your karma. I'm like, you got to take atonement. I'm like, you have to take ownership of yourself, of your life. Like T.I. said, my nigga, in this world, you own your body and your fucking sin. You own your fucking mind, my nigga, if you tap the fuck out the matrix. The biggest hurdle that you got, my nigga, we are our biggest hurdles, holding ourselves back. Because we can mentally imprison ourselves, my nigga, and be doing a life sentence. I'm like, not separating ourselves. It's a difference from being. I'm like, being of something and being among something. Being a positive reinforcement and a positive inspiration or example of what it is to come through the concrete jungle of Earth School, my nigga Babylon, my nigga I'm like Armageddon, everything the fuck that's going on in this world, my nigga 2026, and survive and still got your head, your heart, and your mind. And I'm like, and your feet is still sound and they on solid ground. And you're aligned with the most high. It's the hardest lesson, it's the hardest blessing that my nigga you need, like you need the air in your lungs, my nigga. We need to, I'm like, love each other, appreciate, respect one another. I'm like, my nigga, the moment that you feel yourself finding yourself to make yourself an enemy to somebody, my nigga, that don't even know you exist, you need some healing. You need to slap yourself, my nigga. Matter of fact, you really need to abort yourself and start the fuck over. Because, my nigga, you've gone beyond being your biggest hater, your worst enemy, though. I'm like, my nigga, at that point, my nigga, you are ashamed to your bloodline, your daddy, my nigga, your daddy nuts, my nigga, and his surname. You're like, your ancestors at that point, my nigga, wanted, like, they trying to do a DNA test and see if they can get you off the motherfucking family tree at that point because you disrespecting everything that they went through. And because it takes over 500 and something of our relatives, our ancestors, just to give us the opportunity for one of us to live this life. So you got to think about all of their struggles, I'm like, everything that they had to survive, all of their sacrifices, all of their hopes for the fucking future. And I'm like, these motherfuckers, I'm like, really? What are you teaching yourself? What are you feeding yourself? You got to watch. I'm like, these indoctrinate, I'm like, what you settling for? I'm like, you got to watch what you put your energy into. I'm like, stop making enemies out of motherfuckers, my nigga, that never ever did you no harm. I'm like, stop making an enemy out of a person who motherfucking life irritates your demons. That's a sign, my nigga, that you need some healing. You got an entity attachment. I'm like, you need deliverance. You need guidance. You need help, spiritual, mental, and emotional. And instead of you turning that person into a freaking enemy, use that. I'm like, use that as a guideline so you can see, that map. I'm like, that be in the hallways when you're in buildings and it say you are here, but it gives you a map of the whole building, the exits and all that. Use that, my nigga, as the blueprint. But my nigga, you manifest, my nigga, whatever the fuck suits you best. Find out what God made you. Go on that great journey within, and you might discover, I'm like, you got some hidden motherfucking talents, my nigga, that'll change the whole course of the universe if you go find yourself. But you'll never be happy. You'll never be whole. You'll never ascend. You'll never be free. You'll never truly be happy for yourself and therefore love and know yourself. God is love. That's the highest vibration there is. So living in God's love, that's the one thing that you can get gluttonous with is the love of God. And internalize that and take that for yourself so that you can in turn radiate that to your 6 degrees of separation beyond you. I'm like, promote each other, lift each other up, because understand something, divided we will not survive. If we don't learn to love, if we don't learn to vibe high and to go back to the old way where if it takes a village to raise a child, what you think, my nigga, it's gonna take to these YNs and shit, my nigga. Those of us, my nigga, that have been, that have to be retaught, really have to go through that whole process of typing up the matrix, go through that whole, I'm like, go through that whole cleansing. I'm like, just so that you could become a blank slate, so that I'm like, you can realign yourself with the Most High. I'm like, stop being foolhardy. I'm like, stop. I'm like, stop building yourself up on the suffering of others. Stop smiling in people's faces and being a devil behind a nigga back. Stop fucking around with the lesser keys of Solomon, aka Black Magic. That's some coward ass shit, my nigga. You got a problem with a motherfucker? Face a motherfucker, my nigga. Don't be a mother. Don't be a motherfucker's biggest motherfucking enemy. Go, my nigga, in the shadows, wishing death upon the motherfucker, my nigga, that only wanted to do right by you. That should show you that you demonic. That should show you, my nigga, spiritual confirmation. That should show you that there's some real problems there that you need to fix with yourself. Don't take that out on nobody else. I'm like, the only reason why you feel so good about them is because, my nigga, I'm like, they've ascended and they passed some lessons that, my nigga, at the at the present point of your life, you got a lot of work to get to, and that's okay. I'm like, compared to other individuals, I got a long way to go. I'm just starting. It's just I accelerate at some classes. It just makes it easier when you surrender yourself to God's process and to your calling. This is what God is in my DNA to do. Is to be the voice, to be the light, to guide. I'm like, I can't I'm like, I can't change it. My nigga, it's so much a part of me as my fat ass and my black skin. I'm like, all I want is for the best for God's people. I'm just trying to help us get my to a space and a place where the love and the village to help us out, because there's so many of us that use that tough exterior when really we dying and crying. Really, my nigga, we weak and we need help. 2222. As I say that, I'm like, really, we really need each other. And I'm like, pride, I'm like, ego and pride are not your friends, my nigga. Them motherfuckers, my nigga, is the worst tripwire. That is, in some instances, a necessary evil, but so much a seven deadly and an evil. You must learn self discipline to be able to wield it properly. There's a balance to everything. That should be your key to your life. It don't matter what you do in life. Um, but the evil shit that's been going on, hurting innocent motherfuckers, sacrificing, especially the kids, my nigga, that shit is out. My nigga, if I catch another one of you motherfucking zombie son of a bitches, that's whack, my nigga. I'm like, if God put a life here, my nigga, that's why one of his 10 commandments is thou shalt not kill, because that's up to him. He's the life giver, my nigga. He's the life, my nigga, and he is up to him when the fuck, my nigga, it's time to take it away. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. I'm like, there's other ways for you to manifest and for you to get to your next highest level, my nigga, that don't involve, my nigga, off the pain and the sacrifice of somebody that's innocent around you. I'm like, you working off the wrong shit. You going all these expensive cars, all of these labels that you killing lives for, all of this prestige, my nigga, it's an illusion. You can't take none of that shit with you. And you sitting up here killing off innocent motherfuckers, especially the babes. Children are our future. Without the children, we have no future. Idiots. Correct yourself, my nigga, before you find yourself. My nigga, for real, for real. Walk in the fucking plank, my nigga. Because it's y'all motherfuckers, my nigga, that's making it bad for the rest of us. Yeah, y'all 1%, my nigga, that's standing on the backs of everything else. I'm like, because you already know that you're really low vibrational. Because you already know, my nigga, that there's so many holes and demonic. Matter of fact, you're not even yourself, my nigga. Your vessel, my nigga, is inhabited by one of them entities. You ain't even yourself. You don't even know yourself, my nigga, because the demon then already took over, or multiple of them. I'm like, my nigga, now all of a sudden,
within your human suit, my nigga. Now it became a frat party and your shit, my nigga, and you wasn't even invited. To thine own self be true. Know yourself. To know yourself is to know God. Ground yourself, center yourself. I'm like, once you get on that journey of self, I'm like, and you really, really get on it, you gonna be like, you gonna want to slap yourself like, I'm like, how the fuck was I ever trying to be somebody else? This is so much easier, so much less pressure. I'm like, I ain't got to tap dance on a fucking stage of motherfuckers that smile in my face and really don't like me. I'm like, my nigga, y'all circles is blowing up, my nigga, in your fucking face. I'm like, an enemy of an enemy is only a friend of me as an art of war. There is no friends and enemies. But I'm like, in this world, as bad as we need each other, we don't need enemies. The only enemy, my nigga, is everything, my nigga, that's aligned, my nigga, with Lucy, my nigga, and him homies. That's against everything the fuck that God is trying to bless us with. I'm like, I am tired of seeing the matriarchs in our family be the ones that work themselves to their bone, my nigga, barely getting by, my nigga, taking care of the whole family on their back while they being mistreated. My nigga mistreated by everything that's happening outside of the world, being mistreated by everything, my nigga, in their house. I mean, just, I mean, no, there's no appreciation and no respect for the fact that I'm an elder and I've been where you ain't been. And I know some things that you don't know. I'm like, there's no appreciation and respect for the human life, especially our children. How many of us, my nigga, whose innocence was stolen from us? How many of us that got to go through this healing practice, this healing process, because I'm like, because uh, our inner child was stolen, our inner child was desecrated. And then they made, I'm like, instead of them taking it, I'm like, instead of them taking their punishment, no, and then they made us pay for and be punished for the sick shit that was done to us. And then hopefully we made it out with our mind and our spirit intact and still be able to stand on solid ground and figure our way and get ourselves back, because the mission was to destroy us. The mission was to end us. So they can live those extravagant lives off of snatching all the blessings that God, my nigga, had written for you. Because why the fuck they ride you up to the top, my nigga, they gonna make sure that they ground your ass down to powder, my nigga, like grains of sand. Why the fuck, my nigga, you gonna be the most solid shit, my nigga, that they gonna ride, my nigga, to their next motherfucker if you let them. That we rebuke them devils and we reverse all of them. I'm like, baby, everything, everything everything that the Most High has for me, my nigga, is for me. Just like whatever He has for you is for you. If it was written for you, can't nobody take it from you. And I'm like, and I'm sick of these mugs, like really, really going out of their way to make life hard on an individual that has done nothing but try to be the best. I'm like, the best example of any and everything that they could get their hands on within the 6 degrees of separation within reason. Because everybody, my nigga, everybody on different timelines. Everybody is not on the same tip. Everybody not with the love and light. Everybody's not trying to be cautious, be conscious and ascend. Everybody is not trying to heal and break the generational curses, because I'm like, they're still blind to the fact that there is one, and they're making it easy mm, for it to for that yoke and for it to have a hold on everything the fuck, my niggas, that has anything to do with them. I'm like, you better reverse, my nigga, them curses, my nigga, and send them back, my nigga, the curse and the cursor. I don't matter how many motherfucking generations back, my nigga, reverse them, my nigga, the curse and the motherfucker that sent it. You better take your power back, my nigga. from these energy vampires, from these motherfuckers that want to sit up, my nigga, and get the easy ride, my nigga, off of your hard back. If you don't snatch, my nigga, what belong to you back, I'm like, stop listening to the two devils on your shoulders because you so low vibrational, my nigga. You done gave up on anything, my nigga, that's love and light because you vibing too low. You too blind. I'm like, you listening to them serpents, my nigga, that want to keep you, that want to keep you locked and lost and turned the fuck out, using you as an example. I'm like, of what should never be. I'm like, this is, see, God, my nigga, has allows me to stumble on beautiful tools. And this one right here, I'm like, this lady right here had the right, I'm like, this right here, when I say this is the ultimate curse breaker, I'm like, I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna leave the comment, I'm gonna leave the link in below. But this right here, I break every spell ever used against me. Your words is spell. Educate yourselves, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Learn how to be okay with being yourself and don't need no crowd. Don't need no approval of nobody else.